Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. And if you're watching it at another time during the week, whichever day it is, happy day to you. Fiona Philip Meyer here with a video today, just wanting to continue with the thoughts. And it really doesn't matter. We hope that many do appreciate it. But sometimes it is one person that it speaks to. And that is significant. It may be myself as well as reflection. So, here's the video today. Be the rainbow of hope as a friend. And for us, many of us, there are people we've known for many, many years that we can count as friends. Another friend of mine said, there are a select few that she can count as friends. I really hope that you do have somebody that you can count as a true friend. And similarly, other people think of you as a true friend. But do you know what? In friendships, one of the things that keeps friendships going, and I'll speak to 5 of them today, is the ability to speak hard truths. Why do I say that? We can get caught with, I don't want to offend my friend, and so I will not say this or I will not say that. And I'm not asking you to be disrespectful. I'm just saying that as a true friend, you should be able to speak hard truths to your friend, which will help him or her along the journey and be reflective upon what he or she is doing. So if you see the person's going the wrong way, stop. Stop and say that. The other thing I want you to bear in mind is that you need to be a source of joy. Yeah, as a friend, you need to be a source of joy. Can you imagine sometimes when you see people who've not seen each other for a long time, who are friends, the way they embrace, the way that they react to each other, it is good to be a source of joy. Drop the negativity and be the source of happiness in this individual's life. That, when things are going bad, I'm going to call my friend. And even in darkest of storms, I know that that friend will be there for me in terms of being a joyful presence. I also want to speak to silence. And I want to say to you that silence is and can be support. And we find these situations where particularly, grief, when we're mourning, sometimes it's okay to just sit there. Sometimes it's okay to just be there. And silence then is a form of support. I remember my late mom and her friend, her name was Miss Alexander from my area of the world in St. Lucia. And sometimes I used to watch them as a child and they just sat next to each other. They were just there with each other. So that was a source of strength for them. And similarly, in good and bad times, sometimes it's good to just be quiet and to just, take in the moment and feel each other's presence. I also want to say to yourself, say to you, to myself, likewise, offer support without burning yourself out. And a candle that's burning on both ends, on either ends, just cannot sustain itself. It will burn out. And that burnout leads to, thoughts of negative thoughts that speak to, am I being used? Am I being taken advantage of? It can really lead to a lot of conflict. So offer support. But do not burn yourself out because you need that energy to continue. You need that energy to sustain that friendship. And at times it is step back and come at it again. The final one for me is to set boundaries. Know how far you will go, even within friendships. Because when you do not set those boundaries, chances are that you do things that you regret. Chances are that you go above and beyond, and when there's not a sense of gratitude for it, you can get really, really upset and angry about it. So set those boundaries. Know how far you're able to go. Know what you're able to do. And at times, you need to say, I'm sorry. I'm really not able to do this. And a true friend will accept it as such and move on. Because at other times, you may be able to say, I can do so much. So set those boundaries. Quick way of recap. I want you to speak hard truths respectfully. I want you to remember that silence can be support. I want you to be a source of joy. Please offer support without burning yourself out. And finally, set boundaries. Set boundaries for yourself, for your friends, that will then sustain your friendship. So I'm praying and hoping that you can be a rainbow in somebody's life by being a truthful friend. And at times, that truth can be hard, but necessary. Dr. Fiona Philip Meyer, encouraging you to subscribe to the channel, share it. Thank you very much for those who are subscribing and sharing. I thank my supporters who continue to say, keep at it, keep at it. Blessings, everyone, and all the very best.